Hello kids, this is Mr. Agee, and this is your very last writing assignment that I will be uploading a video for. Today is Wednesday, May 27th, and for writing today you've got another journal entry. You wake up to find you have a superpower. Write to tell about this new superpower. What can you do? How will you use your superpower? And the writing lesson for today is choosing words and phrases for effect. And this is all about using the best vocabulary that you can to be as descriptive as possible. This is something that we had almost weekly lessons on with word choice, choosing the words that best fit the meaning you're going for, and trying to just do your best to use the highest language that you can use. So in the introduction, it says, when writing, pick words and phrases that express your ideas and experiences in a lively, interesting way. Now, sometimes it's not going to be lively, but interesting is something you're going for, something that makes the reader appreciate the writing choices that you're making. So they give you four tips and examples for each one. Replace general words or phrases with more precise words or phrases. So here they have, last week I went to a nice swimming party. Well, they replaced it with a more specific phrase, on Saturday instead of last week. So it gives you more specifically when something happened. Next one, swap general verbs with more specific or descriptive verbs. On Saturday, I went to a nice swimming party. So they swapped out the phrase went to with attended. On Saturday, I attended a nice swimming party. So it's just a kind of a fancier way to say the same thing. It's a little bit more descriptive. The word choice is more interesting for sure. Next, we've got trade in weak adjectives for stronger or more interesting adjectives. So on Saturday, I attended a nice swimming party. Okay, so they say a nice would be a weak adjective. They traded it out for an amazing. So on Saturday, I attended an amazing swimming party. And the last tip that they give, the final sentence is much more precise and interesting to read than the first one. Actually, it's not a new tip. It's comparing the first, the way that the sentence was written first to the way that the sentence is finished up. So at first we had, last week I went to a nice swimming party. On Saturday, I attended an amazing swimming party. So it's more specific in the language that it uses and more interesting to read because of the changes that they made when they chose new words and phrases for the effect. So down here in the guided practice, they give you 3 choices with each example and ask you to swap out the underlined section with one of the choices from underneath. Now, having read through these, I think that number 1 is a little bit silly. In the afternoon seems pretty specific. The swimming party started in the afternoon. At noon would actually change the meaning. Later on, I think might even be less specific, which is strange, and early wouldn't be a good choice. So in this example, I think they're kind of guiding you to choose later on, but I think honestly the sentence is fine and doesn't really get much improvement from making that choice. Now the rest of the items here and on the next page, there's a clear choice of how you can improve the sentence by swapping out a word or phrase for a better word or phrase. In the hint here, they say, when replacing a word or phrase, make sure you are changing the effect of the sentence, but not its meaning. So the effect means you want it to have a positive effect on the reader. You want the reader to at least think, wow, this is more interesting. Maybe not positive as much as more powerful effect on the reader, because sometimes you want to write something that is negative. But the word choices that you make can be really powerful in the overall effect that you leave on the reader. And here we've got the same format that we've been following for numbers 1 through 5, which word or phrase would replace the underlined words with more specific language. And another hint in parentheses there, the correct answer will not change the meaning of the sentence. So you got to keep the meaning, but make it more interesting, make it better. And I think it's all pretty straightforward. And at the end here, it says, reread your writing from part 1. Find words or phrases that you could make more interesting or precise. Change those words or phrases. So it's talking about a basic revision process here. So after you write your rough draft of this prompt, from this writing prompt here, they are asking you to go back and find general words that you can make more specific, kind of bland or weak words or phrases that you could make more interesting to the reader. And that'll do it for the writing lessons of your home learning experience for that I'm going to be uploading. You do have one more lesson tomorrow, but it's your choice which one you use to finish out your home learning experience. And if you have any questions, as usual, go ahead and give me a text or a call and we can work it out. Good luck, and I'm really excited to see you tomorrow for our last Zoom meeting. Signing off, Mr. Agee.